O Mother Nui, stretch high above this valley. Your starry body is our glory. Then see the hawk of yonder Rahur quit, his fiery splendor, oh so mighty. He brings a light for all our weary souls. He makes the broken spirit whole.
Welcome to this deep dive. What if I told you that a mystical poem written in 1904 contains a hidden, mathematically perfect cryptographic code?
Oh, and the best part is the author had absolutely no idea he wrote it.
Right. So today we've got a stack of esoteric research papers and statistical analyses looking at Aleister Crowley's famous text, The Book of the Law.
Yeah, it's a really fascinating subject.
It really is. Our mission today is exploring the boundary between subjective pattern recognition and objective cryptography in esoteric texts. We're zeroing in on gematria, which is basically, assigning numerical values to letters.
Right, to find hidden concepts.
Exactly. Okay, let's unpack this. Is finding these hidden codes just confirmation bias? Or is there real objective math at play?
Well, it is arguably the most intense debate in esoteric studies today. We are really looking at the line between subjective pattern recognition and engineered ciphers.
Yeah, because my primary skeptical critique of freestyle gematria is that it's basically just pareidolia. I like to think of it as the Texas sharpshooter fallacy.
Oh, right, the guy shooting at the barn.
Yeah, you fire randomly at a barn, and then you just draw a bullseye around the tightest cluster of bullet holes.
Yeah.
If you can endlessly alter spellings or, swap alphabets, you'll eventually find a match.
That is totally fair, yeah. And Crowley actually did that historically. In his own diaries, he'd mix alphabets or translate English concepts back into Hebrew to make the math fit his theology.
Exactly.
But what's fascinating here is the modern structuralist defense. They argue gematria only becomes objective if ruthless, unyielding constraints are applied.
Wait, hold on. What does that mean in practice? Because if a human is doing the math, can't they just, fudge the numbers?
Well, not if you follow 4 unbreakable rules. First, absolute orthographic rigidity. You cannot alter the English spelling at all.
Not even a single letter.
Not a single letter. Second, you have to use a closed corpus, meaning only the 6,000 words in the text itself. No outside dictionaries.
Got it.
Third, you analyze full syntactic clauses instead of just isolated words. And fourth, you use a fixed 1 to 26 substitution cipher called the tri-key matrix, combined with notericon.
Whoa, let me stop you there. Tri-key matrix and notericon. That sounds like a dense academic jargon. Break that down for us.
Sure. So notericon just means calculating only the first letter of consecutive words.
Oh, okay. Like an acronym.
Exactly like an acronym. And the tri-key matrix isn't just A equals 1, B equals 2. It divides the alphabet into 3 distinct numeric bands, mathematically linked to the geometry of a triangle.
Right.
So A is 1, but B jumps to 20 and C jumps to 13. It's a highly specific nonlinear sequence.
Okay, so the rules are locked.
Yeah.
Strict spelling, closed text, full clauses, and this geometric tri-key cipher using only the first letters.
You got it.
Which brings us to the ultimate test from the source material. Chapter 3, verse 21. It starts, "Set up my image in the east." Researchers broke this verse into its 4 grammatical clauses and ran that exact constrained method.
Yeah.
And the math generated the exact array, 49, 86, 49, and 72. So what does this all mean?
Well, this is where it gets crazy. Those numbers perfectly mirror the tri-key values of the text's Egyptian solar deities. Haru-Ra is 49.
Wait, really?
Yes, Horpakrat is 86, and Rahurkut is 72.
Hold on, let me push back on this. Even with strict rules, isn't it possible Crowley just engineered the tri-key cipher himself so those numbers would pop out?
He couldn't have, because Crowley didn't invent the tri-key cipher. It was discovered decades later. And there is a semantic lock here that is just too perfect.
A semantic lock?
Yeah, take the clause, by the an image. It's a passive action, right? If you calculate those first letters, it strictly equals 86. That perfectly matches Horpakrat, the passive gestating god.
No way. So the mathematics literally map onto the English syntax.
Perfectly. And look at the final clause. Suddenly easy to do this. That is sudden active motion.
Right.
The math leaps to 72, which exactly matches Rahorkut, the active martial god. The mathematics perfectly map the theology directly onto the English syntax.
That is just wild. So why should you care about this deep dive? Because it forces us to reevaluate how texts are actually constructed.
Absolutely.
If true, Crowley's text is polyvalent. It is operating simultaneously as stylized Edwardian prose and a heavily engineered cipher that he himself was empirically unaware of.
It completely changes how we look at human expression.
It really does.
Real.
Which leaves you with a final, highly provocative thought. If a manuscript from 1904 can hold a flawlessly integrated, mathematically constrained cryptographic layer hidden entirely beneath its surface poetry.
Right, without the author even trying to do it.
Exactly. Then what other famous works of literature might be secretly operating on an invisible mathematical frequency we simply haven't thought to test yet?